Hey guys, welcome back to Two Grumpy Reviewers. Today we're going to be reviewing the Netflix film Game Over Man, made by a bunch of millennials.
2018. This movie, wow.
this movie, man. This movie has really gotten under my skin.
Yes,
I am not a happy camper.
Yeah.
I mean, I was really in the mood for a good, funny comedy. And instead, we got a bunch of Weiner in our faces. And I'm not happy about that.
A lot.
I don't like Weiner.
It's very much. I wanted to see this. I did because we were really in the mood for a comedy.
Yes, we were.
And so we love reviewing Netflix stuff and Tubi stuff and things that are out there that that not everybody will catch. But this is one that we thought, everybody would love this. It's made by millennials, and it is for millennials.
Right, it's definitely for millennials. The millennial mindset. And we're not...
if you're older than a millennial,
you
may not like this movie, right?
I agree, because I mean, look. We're not trying to diss some millennials, okay?
No,
they just typically have a different mindset when it comes to entertainment, what's funny, what's not, what not.
Well, you have to look at the generation. Our generation is very much about cheesy. 80s cheese. I think we all love that. Our parents' generation was very much...
I'm sorry, but...
No, go ahead.
Our parents used to complain about our generation all the time.
They did. Well,
oh my God, it's so much blood.
A lot did. Mine didn't. My parents loved. They loved our generation. They did. My parents were those parents that were like, they would rent 10 movies, and buy 10 movies, just so we could watch them all. And which is how I saw all the ones that I saw, because my father was just, he absorbed movies. He loved movies so much, and he introduced me to so many movies that he's what put that love for movies in my head. And so typically that generation was not
right. But here's the thing. I mean, we're fairly open-minded when it comes to watching films, and we're more than willing to forgive certain vulgarity or certain nudity or what have you. You know, especially like when they go to extremes, like the movies like what is that? Those torture movies that you like.
Like the Hostels and
stuff
Saw.
Like
I love those.
She's crazy. She loves those. I can't stand those movies personally, so
I love them.
Whatever. I mean, it's neither here nor there. I mean, everybody has their preferences.
Yes.
But this is going back to the film, Game Over Man. This is a film that was made by millennials, essentially.
They are the guys that did Workaholics.
Yes, they're the
guys.
So
I knew this, and so did you.
Yes.
So we went into this with a certain mindset. So we knew what we were getting into. So we went in, I believe, at least I did, I went in loving, I wanted to love this. I really did. My daughter is a huge fan of Workaholics. And I don't know why, but
and they also had a bunch of cameos by like my favorite Joe McHale.
Love him.
I love his show. I think that guy's funny. There was also what's his name, Steve Steve Howie from Reba. And
he had a part in this.
Right,
yes,
he was also in it.
And we had Shaggy show up, and we had Mark Cuban showed up from the Mavericks, and they had all the elements there. They really did.
Everything was there for like a good show.
And those are just a few of the cameos, by the way. There are a lot of people that do show up in this. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, that's her from this, and that's him from that. There are a lot of cameos in this, and
Steve-O from Jackass is in there.
Steve-O shows up, but he was also all of his buddies. They were with Neil McDonough, who was also in Walking Tall, the bad guy with the really pretty blue eyes.
Okay.
Yes, and he was in the Hitcher remake. And so he's a great actor. So they had all the elements for this to be a great comedy. But instead it turned into a bunch of scrotum shots and
a bunch of wiener shots.
A lot of
let's not forget the disgusting
the condoms
filled
scene
with semen. Oh,
putting on the face.
Gross.
a lot of vulgarity. If you love this kind of film, you will love this movie. I think if you're older than a millennial, I don't think you will. I just don't think that you will. And
unless you love
penis shots.
Penis shots, or what people commonly refer to as like trashy humor, or like for lack of a better term, dick and fart joke type stuff.
Right.
Right. Again, I apologize for using that terminology, but I don't know how else to describe it.
But that is what it was.
It's like if you're offended by that word, if you're offended by vulgar words, then you're definitely not going to enjoy this movie, because it is. I mean, it's too much. I mean,
it is.
I like I said,
I agree.
I know we probably, I will take the blame here, that I probably seem like a hypocrite, because like I'll laugh at something like Jackass, for example,
right,
and watch that movie, go, oh, this is so funny, this is so great, right? Mm-hmm. Yet I'll watch this movie and be completely offended by it.
And right,
well,
I can't believe
you have to think about that for a second. Why am I offended by that? It's not because like I'm sensitive, obviously, because I watched the Jackass movies and I laugh at them. Bitch. It's that there is such a thing as too much of anything. Like, for example, too much sugar in your coffee, too much sugar in your tea, too much sugar in your
cereal.
Too
many penises shaking in front of the camera.
Too many penises wobbling in your face.
Too many penises like shaking. It was, for me, it was too much.
It was a bit much.
And I'm nowhere near a prude. I mean, I love, like you said, I love Saw, I love Hostel. These are some of those kind of crude movies that I do love. And, going back to the Jackass reference that you had mentioned.
Yes, because Steve
here's my thing with that is that was never a movie. It wasn't a movie.
No, it was
was just a bunch of guys recording each other, hurting themselves and each other and laughing at each other.
Which is probably why we accepted it.
Which is probably what they should have done with this movie and not actually made a movie. This is supposed to be a movie. It's supposed to be a comedy. Jackass was a bunch of jackasses running around acting like jackasses. And yay, I love that too. But this I did not. This I did not love. And I wanted to.
It was... Oh man, it was tough to watch.
Bad.
I really don't. I really do not like this movie.
I didn't either.
And I'm sorry for that.
And it had good filming. It had a great cast. It had great cameos. It had all, like I say, it had all the elements. And but they lost me with too many penis shots in the camera. There just went too many.
Too much grossness. Too much grossness for the sake of being gross.
Yeah.
Too much, just over the top violence. I mean, it was just
trash comedy.
Very, very trashy.
Yeah.
But hey, you know what? If that's your thing, and
then you'll love this.
Then you'll love trash comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine porn if it were funny. I guess.
But as a grumpy reviewer, this made me grumpy.
I agree.
This made me very grumpy. I was mad because I wanted to love this.
We are double grumpy.
We are double grumpy because we wanted to love this. And
but we wound up hating
sad that
we wound up hating it.
Yeah.
We don't like it. Sorry.
I'm sorry
Next.
too. So I apologize if we've offended anybody in the making of this movie. But I wanted to love it and I don't think we did. And can
I just say that even though Joel McHale had a small cameo role, he was cheated. I freaking love that guy. I love Joel McHale. He's hilarious. I love his show.
I know you do.
He deserved a bigger role, a bigger part, and I'm not going to ruin it.
We get to talk about him in another movie that we watched, a really cheesy movie that we loved.
That's true.
And so we get to talk about him in that. Because he made a cameo in another movie that we love. And yes, this was not one of those movies. So I apologize if we've upset anybody, any millennials out there that love this movie. Try again and go back to your Workaholics formula and see if that can translate to the big screen. Because I don't think this one did.
Well, I should also say I was never a fan of Workaholics either, so maybe that had something to do with it. I don't know.
I don't think
really
it did.
Don't know. You know
because I watched some of the Workaholics, and I did like some of them, and I got it. You know, it kind of reminded me of like the Office Ninja movie.
Yeah. Well,
that I always love, you know, that I always kind of go to. That's one of my guilty pleasures. That was kind of what I thought of whenever I watched Office Ninja was Workaholics. So I was okay with it. It was very dry, very, but funny, and I enjoyed it. This did not translate well to the big screen.
But game over, man. Oh, my millennial.
Bad. Just bad. Oh, my millennials.
Horrible.
Just no.
Horrible.
Don't do it again. Please don't do it again. So I apologize, but like this video. Tell us in the comments if you want to see anything else for us to review. Leave your comments below. Subscribe to the channel, and we will see you guys next week, hopefully with a better one than this.
See you later.
Bye, guys.